أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى نعم النصير صدق الله العظيم الحمد لله. It is a pleasure indeed for me to be the chief guest in such a learned gathering where the excellent deliberation has already been made by the learned scholars on the topic understanding of the Holy Quran. I am a simple humble man. Basically, just like the Professor Choudhury Hasan, I am also basically was a student of science. Had little opportunity to go through the Magi philosophy, what is now required to understand the Quran as well as the Islam as well as the total cosmos of the creation. Be that as it may, I would very humbly crave your kind indulgence to refer certain things before initiating my comments on the subject matter of discussion of understanding of the Quran. That is the question. Basically, one is to understand what really the Quran is. That is the basic question. Before understanding the Quran, one is to understand really the position of the question of Islam. What is meant for? To understand the Islam, you have to also understand one question more, what really the age of Islam. And Islam, that will help you to understand the total thing, that is the Quran. I would also refer one thing. There are questions how to read Quran. Before that, I would finally refer to the first questions, that is Islam. Islam is the total concept. No sooner Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala desired to express his qudrat through creation, he uttered the directive kun, creation started. Anyway, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala issued the guidelines to understand how the creation will complete their life cycles. These guidelines totally and collectively stamp Islam. It is not meant only for the human being or mankind. It is total creation. Age of Islam is equivalent to the age of the starting point of the creation. It is the total. And that's why, unless we understand the Islam in its bigger perspective, it would be very much difficult to understand really the Quran, why it has been revealed as a restamping document for all the past revelations. It is not only a book of religion as we understand. It is a living concept. Quran has got the Ruh. It is a living institution of treasury of total knowledge. So far the Islam is concerned, concept of knowledge, source of knowledge is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from his total knowledge has revealed very little knowledge for the understanding of the total creations through human being. That means human being has been made the important persons through whom the Quran and other revelations been revealed for the purpose. Purpose is the total creation is within the cosmos of this concept. Quran has got the Ruh. Quran talks. If one can question the Quran correctly, then Quran answers. If we put the question, the Quran, where from you have come? Quran answers. Surah Buruj, Surah number 85, Ayat 21-22. Bal huwa Quranum mazid fi lawh mahfuz. One is to understand the very question of lawh mahfuz. The al-Kitab, where everything being preserved for reference. Whenever we ask the question, Quran, had you been there? Hello? Quran answers. Surah Waqiyat, Surah number 56, ayat number 80. Tanzilum min Rabbil Alameen. I am there cared by the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And from that place I have come. Whenever they ask the Quran, who has brought you here? Quran answers. Surah Ashura, Surah number 26, ayat number 193. Nazala bihi Ruhul Amin. Ruhul Amin, Zibair alayhi salatu wasalam has brought me here. Whenever we ask the question to the Quran, to whom you have come? You have been revealed. Quran answers. Surah number 47, Surah Muhammad, ayat number 2. I am revealed upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Whenever you put the questions to the Quran, what things you have brought from Almighty Allah for us? What you have brought for us? Quran answers. In Surah Nahl, Surah number 16, ayat number 89. وَنَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً وَبُشْرًى. I have brought a thing where everything so far the creation is concerned has been described. It is there. Pathfinder. It has brought the Rahmat and all other things. That is the Quran, you see, is a living institution. It is not a mere book of religion to keep it in the shelf. It is a living concept, total knowledge. That's why the question is that how to read Quran. That's a very important question. We have learned many things in our university educations, in our life, in our other environments and other things. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the compilation that you have to read Quran surrendering your knowledge, what bad things you have gathered within you by way of other educations. You see, you have to surrender your wisdom first. Then you have to enter into Quran. Then you raise the question, you will get the answer. Not in the form that yes, I think that is the way. And it has been mentioned in the Holy Quran. That would be a wrong approach. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. You have to surrender your knowledge, whatever you have learned in your daily life, by way of this or that thing, no matter. You have to surrender your knowledge totally, and you will get your entry into the Quran. Then you raise the questions, search for the answer from the Quran, you will get the answer. And that is the way you have to read the Quran. Understanding is a very important thing. It is a Kitabul Hikmah. It is the Kitabul Hikmah. Scientific kitab, compiling of the science. Each and every instruction given in the Holy Quran that has paved the very foundation of, now we say, the modern science. Quran has paved the very foundation of the modern science. It is not just other things. You have to understand, try to understand the Quran in the light of these scientific principles. Because Quran is the mother of science. And that should be the approach. However, my question is, let me go to the one question first. Why the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started revealing upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the 5 ayats of Surah Alaq, what is now being numbered in the Holy Quran as 96, consisting of 19 ayats, 5 that will start first, then the others. In the way, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. We understand first, the question is, most of the tafsirkars, they have explained it as it is placed in the language of Arabic. Borrow in the name of your Lord, the Creator. But the question is, Creator is the prime thing. Reading is the subsequent thing. In Bengali, it may be said, Parata Gono Allah Rabb. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi. Rabb is the primary thing. Then understanding would be Tomar Prabhu Name Paro. What is in the second? Khalqal Insana min Alaq. We have made them a various questions for explaining the question of Alaq in various ways. In first ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has explained His existence, তার নিজের অস্তিত্ব সম্পর্কে আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা ঘোষণা করে দিলেন যে তোমার রব আছে, you have the creator, you have to read in the name of your creator. There's the first declaration. There should not be any confusion so far the creator is concerned. Second one, to whom it is revealed. You might have a question within, how I am created. That's why the second ayat has come, Khalqal Insana min Alaq. Meaning of Alaq should be pertaining to the blood. That's why all human beings has maintained the blood relations. They are from the single stock, common parents. You have to understand it. Khalaqal Insana min Alaq. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the third sentence, Ikra wa Rabbuka Akram. Akram is a very, very important word in Arabic language. It covers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's, what is termed in Bengali, kortitto. What is it? Kortitto. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kortitter পরিসীমা Allah ta'ala বলে দিলেন। চতুর্থ আয়াত, fourth ayat, Allama bil kalam. Kalam. This is a very important concept. One is to understand. Likha pada, the learning, the concept of learning. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given that. Then the fifth, why the learning? When you have not given me a single second as an assurance for my living, I am not get any single second that I will remain. Then what is the use of learning? What is the use of doing? No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. Allamal insana malam ya'lam. Learning for the human being which are not known to them. The concept of learning and concept of understanding the Almighty Allah, the concept of understanding the very concept of the authority of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the concept of the very questions what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed in the Holy Quran, because of only one hidden truth, I have created all these things. Then the question is human being. Human being has been given a very scope of understanding things. Because of what? They are capable of understanding things. That's why one is to understand, before understanding the very concept and very planning of the Quran, one is to understand what the human being is really. Let me explain one thing in this modern world. Let me explain the modern world, the computer, vis-a-vis the human brain. There is a computer, big one, is a mainframe, Cray one, weight 7 tons. If we add the weights of those computers, it gives the 60,000 miles. That computer counts per second 400 million counting. Human brain weighing only in average average 1.5 kg. 1500 grams. And there are neurons, human brain, the cell. So far the human man is concerned, it is 23 billion. So far the woman is concerned, it is 19 billion. But so far the intelligence is concerned, there is little difference in between the man and woman. But for the requirements, the women, they are not giving this beard like me. That's why there is no necessity of giving them neuron for maintaining those, you see, the hairs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done it. Human brain per second, what per second human brain count? Whether you apply yourself, engage yourself in reading or writing or doing something, this or that, no matter. Whenever you are sitting alone, your brain is counting 20,000 billion per second. 20 লক্ষ কোটি আমার brain count করছে per second. কেন? The human body is composed of, in average, 100 trillion cells. Each and every cell is working just like a solar system. Your brain is to control it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the Sikh in the Holy Quran all these things to understand the power of creativity of the Creator himself. And as soon as the one is to understand the creation, is to understand the Creator. That's why that is the way of entering into the Holy Quran to understand its creation. Another question is that the Muslim mostly have been suffering from a mania of unreasonable vanity. That they are the supreme creation. They have to understand that thing from the Holy Quran itself. Quran has given the total things. If you go through the last verses of Surah Hajj, Surah number 22, ayat number 78, then you have to understand the position of the Muslims. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Jahidu fillahi haqqa jihadi wastabakum wa ma ja'ala alaykum fi ad-din min harajin millati abikum Ibrahim wa sammakum al-muslimin min qablu fi hadha la yakuna rasulu shahidan alaykum wa takunu shuhada 'ala an-nas wa atasimu billahi wa ba'alakum. Allah said, I have selected a group of people who will prepare themselves as per my direction to prepare as a good human being. We have not kept anything which will harass the human being in the so far the religion instruction is concerned. Millat abikum Ibrahim. You have to pursue, you have to follow what was given to the Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu salam. So far the instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَسَمَّاكُمُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. You have named as the Muslims. مِنْ قَبْلُ فِي هَذَا. Before you are also named as Muslim. And Haza, that means in Holy Quran, you have been mentioned as Muslim. What is your function? What is your duty? لَيَكُونُ رَسُولُ شَهِدًا عَلَيْكُمْ. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will act as a witness for your actions and reactions so far you have done in this planet, so long you are here. وَتَكُونُ شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. And the Muslims, they will work just like the witness for the actions and reactions, whatever done by the total human population of this world. You are the ideal human being. Muslim is the ideal human being. From him, other people will take, you see that the correct. A Muslim can't tell lie. A Muslim can't do wrong. A Muslim can't do any wrong to anybody. They are the ideal. That's why the Quran has given you the direction how you will prepare yourself as a true Muslim. It is a living, as already said, it is a living concept. Quran has got the Ruh. Don't you understand in the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, not only the creation, but their shadows also. Put this as that to me. Both that concept has been taken by the Brahmins. ব্রাহ্মণের ছায়া পাড়ালে তাকে গঙ্গা স্নান না করলে পরে পবিত্র হয় না, এটা একটা কনসেপ্ট আছে ব্রাহ্মণদের মধ্যে। They have taken it from here. Even the shadows have got the Ruh. There is no creation in this world, that is the language of the Quran, which have not got the Ruh. আমরা যেটা জড় বলি, lifeless, that is not the correct. There is no creation Every creation has got the Ruh. Every creation has put their, you say, the respect to the Almighty Allah for being creation. That's why Quran has given the total thing. Quran is to understand in taking all these, you see, the environmental effects, what has been given directly, indirectly. One may question why you have said the Quran has paved the very foundation of modern science. Quran has given, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directed Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam to create boat. It is the foundation of science. Principle of biochemistry. How a boat will remain floating in the river. That's why each and every question, the question of atom, although that was done by the Greek philosophers, as far back as 25,000 years back, but they could not sort out the atom. That's why they named that atomos in Greek language, uncuttable part of the matter. When the matter becomes the uncuttable part. Now that atom has been used as a building block for the whole total creation. One scientist is to understand that thing. What is the concept of the atom? Basic concept of the atom is the discipline. Centering the neutron, electron, and positron. They are moving like anything. Under whose direction? Direction of the Almighty Allah. Allah is giving them the direction. That's why this building block, that is the atom, has been used for the total creation. Now, in understanding the total thing, one is to understand the thing, not only mere the reading of the Arabic version of the Quran, but is to take consideration of their faculties understanding in their own language. Unless I would crave your kind indulgence to mention another thing. You have to think over the matter. Whether the word Islam originally an Arabic word or not. Because we find the word Islam in other revelation, in Zabur, Taurat, Injil. Language was not the Arabic. It is a fundamental word. Just like the word Allah. Ismezah. But all the living languages of this world, living languages are said, those languages which were spoken by the people as well as used in writing the books. They are the living language. As much as, so far my knowledge goes, there are about 10,500 living languages approximately in the world. And each and every language has taken the word Islam as a word of their own, just like we have taken in Bengali, Islam. In English, Islam. In German, Islam. In France, Islam. We have taken this word as a word of our own. It is a total understanding. So far the Quran is concerned, you have to understand taking all this together, total creation and the creator. Unless oneself can understand the very theme of creation, it will be very much difficult to appreciate the position of the understanding of the creator. No matter. What is the status? What is the position of the human being? So far the total creation is concerned. You have to understand it. Are we really a supreme creation? Can we feel our supremacy. In terms of space, I am supreme. My internal space has been made unlimited. I can keep the sun.
Sir, if you can conclude in next 2 minutes, inshallah.
Yes. These are the whole things we have to arrange. We have to arrange. We have to bring into it to make the Quran understanding. Quranic understanding not only mere the saying that tafsir just like anything. There are certain controversies, no matter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself has mentioned in the Holy Quran. There are two sorts of verses. Muhkama, mutashabiha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned it. That's why taking all these things into consideration, one is to read the Quran. First one, surrendering our knowledge, what we really acquired by our perceptive knowledges. First, to surrender it to the Holy Quran. I am completely ignoring that. I like to enter into the Quran, and then after you enter in the Quran, you raise the question, whatever you like to say. You will get the answer from the Holy Quran. And that is the way, that is the process, I should say, is necessary to make the Quran to understand in its own perspective. Let Allah help us. Let Allah help us to understand the Quran. It is such a big thing. It is such a honors thing. It is such excellent. It is such a super final thing that you can imagine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by a single word, has given a volume of things in the Holy Quran. By a single word, a volume of things. You have to manage it. You have to swallow it. And for its, you see, capabilities, I have mentioned, the human being can count 20,000 billion per second, not only for nothing, but also for doing. You see, the justice to the Almighty Allah who has sent him in this planet as a Khalifatullah. Let Allah help us to be enlightened as Nurum and Nurullah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to give the total thing and total, you see, their understanding of this revelation, the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if we commit any mistakes, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from to whom we pray for mercy and for beg apology. Let Allah help us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pray to the Almighty Allah for all of us. Thank you very much, and I especially grateful for the organizers as well as the learned. You see that the moderator, who has very ably and very successfully has moderated this, you see, deliberation. Although I am by surprise because I did not know that I am to participate in this deliberation. Only the other moment, about 2:30, my son has rang me up that I have got a message that there is a function today. That's why I have said yes, I will come. You arrange. I thank you all. Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pray. I ask for dua for two. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah.